So today I'm going to talk about setting yourself up for a loss.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals that take us higher.
And I heard this story this morning, and I've heard the same story repeatedly. I mean, it happens a lot. And these are just my opinions, so take it like a grain of salt. But I think it's good to be safe, instead of sorry. So anyway, this is what this guy did. So he had moved to the Philippines, and he met this lady, fell madly in love, and then they ended up getting married. And he bought her. I guess he bought her a car, and then he also. They went ahead. He purchased a condo for her, and then he was also helping, to support her family. Now in the Philippines, a lot of this stuff is, kind of normal, as far as helping support the family and stuff. It's kind of a norm throughout Asia, pretty much, so but where it gets bad is, and to me this applies to everywhere. It doesn't just apply to the Philippines or Thailand or Brazil. It applies to the US, it applies to the UK, and these are just my opinions again. But the first thing, that I would say, this person, the first mistake he made was, when he met this lady, did she, if you're out with somebody and it's the first time you're out with them, and they say something like, oh, will you buy me this? That's a red flag. Red flag number one. Because if they're asking you to buy them stuff and you just met them, it's not going to stop. That's what I think anyway. So he ended up buying her a car. And then, they, like I mentioned, they got married, and then he purchased I'm not sure if it was a house or a condo, but I guess since they were married, it was probably under both of their names. And so one of the things, I would say, maybe it was the buying, when you get a car, let's say, for instance, if you put it in that person's name, my thought is, especially if you're like in the Philippines or Thailand or something, whatever, investment you have, if it's in both your names, you kind of need to be prepared to walk away from it, so it's not like in the US, where they say, okay, sell these assets and it's going to be split down the middle, the bills will be split down the middle, that kind of thing. It's a different country, and things work differently, so he anyway, so he's still married to this person, but they stay with their family most of the time. the wife isn't with him, and now he has no car because she's got the car. I guess he still has the condo or the house, but she really doesn't want to have anything to do with him. So it's just a really bad situation. Now, that same situation could happen, like I said, in the UK or the US. So in order to avoid that kind of thing, my thought is it's really, really important to make sure that you're both on the same financial page. If you've got one person that just wants to keep spending money, and then the other person is a saver, and they don't like to spend money, man, that's going to lead to me, that's probably the most important thing going into a relationship. It's more important, really, than how the person looks, because if you're constantly struggling, with that person saying, hey, stop spending so much money, and then that other person saying, oh, I want to go buy my new Gucci purse or whatever, it's going to create problems. It'll be a constant struggle. So whoever you're with, you want to be sure that you guys are on the same financial page, that you kind of have similar goals in that respect. Because if you don't, it's just, I'm going to say it's probably one of the leading causes of divorce, that and infidelity. But yeah, so anyway, that guy's in the, he doesn't have a car. Now he's, put all his money into a house, and he's married. There is no divorce in the Philippines. So it's like he's married, to somebody that doesn't even want to be with him. And he's broke now, so it's just something to be aware of. Yeah, so bad situation. The other thing, that most people don't think of is, a lot of guys in general will let their wives, especially, this is pretty common in Southeast Asia, where the man lets the wife handle all the bills. And gosh, to me, I just wouldn't never let that happen. So it can be a huge mistake, because then, if the wife isn't taking care of the bills on time, then both people's credit gets screwed up. To me, it's better to actually maybe have a joint bank account where you're paying maybe the house payment or something like that, and have separate bank accounts, where each person has their own savings. It's just a better way to go, I think, in today's age. It to me, it makes more sense. Again, all this stuff deals with finances. You want to make sure that other person's on the same page as you are. You can either hopefully be, both of you be savers and looking to get ahead. Because if you're both spenders and just spend every dime that you get, I guess you can live happily ever after broke, So, yeah, the choice is yours. But when you're going over to the Philippines or Thailand or any other country, and you're a single guy, it's like you kind of need to keep your guard up a little bit to make sure that you don't get screwed. So, Again, these are just my opinions and thoughts, and hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Bye.